Hi, I'm Verna Joe with Spanish Fork Senior Citizen Center. We put together this little program to keep you connected to the Senior Center. We want you to know what's going on at the Senior Center with a lot of information about different crafts, ideas of things that you could do at home to keep yourself motivated and busy. We want you to come back so we can always surround you with people who care.
Attention, hut. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag. Present arms. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Hi, it's Heather Lyman, nurse with Maple Creek Home Health and Hospice. And in March, I was in a pretty devastating car accident, and it left me with a concussion. And a couple of weeks ago, I turned 50, so I've had a double whammy. But I have noticed over the last few months that I have had some significant memory loss. And so in talking, well, you seniors know, you can commiserate with how frustrating that is. So I thought that I would share some tips on things that I've learned to kind of compensate for the memory loss that I have. In talking to the concussion doctors, the first tip that they gave me was kind of surprising. They said that exercise is one of the biggest components of helping with memory loss. That surprised me, but they explained that just any kind of exercise, they didn't tell me to join a gym, they didn't tell me to run a marathon, just walk around the block, or even just down to the end of the driveway and back. But anything that gets that heart pumping and gets that oxygen-rich blood flowing through the ventricles in your brain helps to blow out some of that sludge that kind of builds up and creates some of that brain fog. I was surprised by that. The second thing that they talked about was just being mentally active, anything that makes you think. So do crossword puzzles, do Sudoku puzzles, take a different route to the grocery store or church. Just don't mindlessly drive there. Make your brain think about it. Volunteer at the school. Do anything that just gets those wheels turning and makes you think a little outside of what your normal thought patterns are. One of the things that we can do, that anybody can do, and it's been surprisingly helpful, is when you go to the grocery store or the gas station, when you're on your way back to your car, sit for 30 seconds and just try to remember every detail of the cashier that helped you. Was she blonde? Was she brunette? Did she have curly hair? Did she have straight hair? Was she wearing blue? Was she wearing pink? Did the guy behind you in line, did he have a full cart of groceries or just a jug of milk? This helps retrain your brain to remember and to focus on those little details that makes our brain work a little harder. One of the other things that they talked to me about was socializing. Just being with each other helps make our brains work a little harder. Go to events at the Senior Center. Go join a bridge club, join a book club. Do anything that makes you think. Join a scripture study group. Anything that just gets those wheels turning. Get organized. So it's so much easier to lose your keys if there's clutter that they can hide behind. Get in the habit of having one spot where your keys go, your glasses go, your wallet goes. It's so much easier to find them if you know where they go. You can also, this is the one that I've been living by, get a notebook that is a specific notebook that you write down important dates, important events. I used to be able to come out of a patient's house and just remember to call in their medications. Now sometimes I have to write a note to myself to remember to call in those medications. It's frustrating and it drives me crazy, but it's better than forgetting. Get sleep. Sleep is so important. None of us operate very well if we're running in that brain fog. Number 6 is just eat better. I have been surprised at how much different I feel when I just have a few more fruits and vegetables and a little less sugar. It really is starting to help some of that brain fog dissipate. And I have noticed a difference, and I really have not changed my diet other than just to stay away from some of the pastries and eat some of the good stuff that's out of my garden right now. That's something that's simple and easy for all of us. And then last, if you are concerned, go see your doctor. He or she can give you some tests, just some simple quizzes that can kind of give them an idea of what your memory loss is and what your problem-solving skills are. There are other ways to tell whether you're just dealing with kind of simple age-related memory loss or something more worrisome. A quick way to kind of gauge where you're at is if you are forgetting your keys, it's probably just age-related. If you are misplacing your keys in inappropriate spots, if you're putting your keys in your sock drawer or in the fridge, it's probably time to talk to your doctor. If you are forgetting names and faces and sometimes you can't bring up the word you want to use, probably age-related. If you are replacing words with words that don't go there, if you mean to say, I'm looking for my book, but instead you say, I'm looking for my tree, it's probably time to talk to your doctor. But with some of these simple tips, we can make the road a little less bumpy. I have been dismayed to find out just how young old age actually starts. But we can do a few things to help ourselves along the way. As always, we love you. Stay safe out there.
Hey everyone, I'm Greg Padgett with Golden Age Services. You may have seen me last month when we came and hosted bingo. It was a great experience, and I just want to take a couple minutes and share with you a little bit more about who we are and what we do. So Golden Age Services is a group of Utah County businesses that have got together in order to help seniors navigate through life. We all represent different things. I, for myself, work with my mom, and we're real estate agents. And we like to specialize in people that are looking to downsize and get into different living arrangements. We also have people like funeral planners that help with pre-planning services, people that help with Medicare, and all sorts of other businesses. You can look in the newsletter and see our ad and see all the different members that we have. Please feel free to reach out to any one of us if you have any questions. We're not here to sell anything, although that is our business to, provide a service, but we're really here to help. That's where we get a lot of our fulfillment and our success. It's just by helping people. So please do not hesitate to reach out. If it's just for a phone call, if you just want to talk about anything, just give us a call. We're here to help. We also have a couple events coming up with the senior community that we'd love to highlight. We have bingo that we'll be hosting on September 16th, as well as October 1st. And those are immediately following the luncheon here at the Senior Center. So our prizes are going to be what they are, surprises, surprises. And we look forward to being there and hosting bingo. We're also excited to announce that we're going to have a couple classes that we will be providing in the month of October. Our first class is going to be on October 7th at 10:30, and it's called Be Smarter Than Your Smartphone. So if your phone's ever felt like it's getting really bogged down, like maybe there's some cobwebs in it, come and let us teach you how to make that phone be fast again, as well as if you have any other questions. When I was here at bingo, a sweet lady came up and said that she couldn't get into her phone, she couldn't use all the features because it was locked down. So bring those problems, bring those questions on October 7th, and we'd love to help you. On October 18th at 10:30, we'll be hosting a class focused on Instagram. So whether that be, someone that's never even heard of Instagram, or someone that's just would like to learn how to use a little bit more of the professional filters in there and features, come to our class, and we'd love to help you, improve your Instagram capabilities. Thanks everyone for taking a couple minutes, and I hope to look forward to seeing you at one of our events coming up.
And here we go with jokes. Go, 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 go.
Great, here's some jokes. The car won't start, said Clara to her husband. I think there's water in the carburetor. How do you know, said her husband scornfully. You don't even know what the carburetor is. I'm telling you, repeated Clara, I'm sure there's water in the carburetor. We'll see, mocked Art. Let me check it out. Where's the car? In the swimming pool, replied Clara.
Yes, he was right.
Okay, he was right. Okay, an old preacher was dying. He sent a message for his IRS agent and his lawyer to come to his home. When they arrived, they were ushered up to his bedroom. As they entered the room, the preacher held out his hands and motioned for them to sit on each side of his bed. The preacher grasped their hands, sighed contentedly, smiled, and stared at the ceiling. For a time, no one said anything. Both the IRS agent and the lawyer were touched and flattered that the old preacher would ask them to be with him during his final moment. They were also puzzled because the preacher had never given any indication that he particularly liked either one of them. Finally, the lawyer asked, Father, why did you ask the two of us to come? The old preacher mustered up some strength, then said weakly, Jesus died between two thieves, and that's how I want to go too.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay, and here's the last one for today. Bob left for work one Friday evening, but it was payday. So instead of going home, he stayed out the entire weekend partying with his friends and spending his entire wages. When he finally appeared at home on Sunday night, he was confronted by his angry wife and was harangued for nearly 2 hours with a tirade befitting his actions. Finally, his wife stopped the nagging and said to him, How would you like it if you didn't see me for 2 or 3 days? He replied, That would be fine with me. Monday went by and he didn't see his wife. Tuesday and Wednesday came and went with the same results. But on Thursday, the swelling went down just enough where he could see a little out of the corner of his left eye.
Yeah.
Okay, jokes.
Hi, it's Tracy again here from the Wellness Bridge Group, located here in Spanish Fork. We are located behind Wendy's next to the old Kmart. So come find us if you're interested, but we are going to go through a couple exercises today. And equipment-wise, we need nothing. We are happy to just use the wall that is in our houses. So find a good sturdy wall that we can do some exercises. I'm going to show you what we're going to do today. So after you do a few warm-up things, we've done this before, either take a lap around your yard, or even around the block just to warm up and get your muscles moving. Once you do, all you need is a wall. So for today's exercises, we're going to just start off easy, okay? We're going to do push-ups. Everybody can do push-ups, who knew? With a wall. So what we're going to do is we're going to put our hands up on the wall, about shoulder width apart, and you're going to want your pointer fingers about facing upwards. So you don't want your hands twisted this direction. And when we're doing this, the closer you are, the easier it's going to be. The further you are away from the wall, the little bit more challenging it's going to be. So hands shoulder width apart, fingers facing up, and all you're going to do is go down until your nose about hits the wall, and then you just press through your palms. We don't want you pushing through your fingers. So you press down and push away. And look, you can do push-ups. And again, if you want to challenge yourself a little bit harder, take maybe a little half a step back, walk your hands down again, and then push down and up, down and up. Shoot for about 8 to 10 of those and see how many you can get done. If you can only get 3, well, start with 3 and then work your way up. Next exercise we're going to do is we're going to do triceps, which are these muscles back here behind the back of the arms. Easy way to do this is we lean on the wall, kind of on an angle here, with one arm straight down next to the wall. The other hand is going to be up against the wall here. It's a very small movement, but you will feel it. So you're going to have your hand here, and all you're going to do is just push away and then come back down. press away, and come back down. By doing this, it's going to engage the tricep muscle in this arm. So you do about 8 to 10 of these, and then you can turn around and then do the other arm. So we've done push-ups, we've done triceps, now we're gonna do a little bit of lower body now. So first easiest way is to do some wall sits with some squats. So things to remember when you're doing this, proper form is very key. You can really injure your knee if you are not doing it properly. So we're gonna have your feet about hip width apart and away from the wall so that when we go down, our knees are not rocking over our feet like that. This is very, very hard on the knees and you will feel it. So walk your feet out so your legs are on an angle. All you're gonna do is we're just gonna slide down the wall, hold for 1, 2, 3, and then slide back up. Pushing through the heels, not the toes. So again, we slide down the wall with our back and hold, keeping our shoulders against the wall too. We don't want bad posture, keeping us upright, and then slide back up. Down. You're gonna feel it right away in these quads, right in here. You should be able to wiggle your toes when you're down here, and then you just press back up. Again, 8 to 10 of these, you'll feel it really good. Another lower body movement with the wall. Again, we're gonna lean on an angle, and you're just going to do a side lift with your leg up and down. This is gonna engage the muscles on the side of the legs and into the hip a little bit. Very simple, but because you're on an angle, it gives it enough resistance that you're gonna feel it. So 8 to 10-ish on each side, and then you can turn and do the other side. A couple other things for our back. Here's another one, very interesting, and it's a very small movement, but you'll be able to feel it. Feet are, again, not right up next to the wall, but a little bit forward. All we're gonna do is put our arms about 90 degrees, posture is upright, and all we're gonna do is just push away and come back. Push away, come back. Again, the further our feet are away from the wall, the harder it's gonna be. So if you want to challenge yourself a little bit, if that was too easy, walk your feet out a little bit, and all you do is just push back and come down. Back and down. Here, and hold for just a second, and then come back. And this is gonna work the back muscles. One last few, we'll just do two more. What we're gonna do is we're gonna do some balance exercises. Balance tends to go the older we get, it's just part of life. So if we can make it a gradual thing rather than a drop off and you've just lost all balance, that's better. So some balance exercises. For safety reasons, we're gonna stand really close to the wall and put our hands on either side of us, palms facing the wall. All we're gonna do is just do simple calf raises. Up and down. This looks very simple and easy, and this does work our calf muscles, but being up on your toes and holding for a minute is actually helping with your balance as well. Feet are about hip width apart, and down, and up, and again, you hang onto the wall. If you're feeling pretty good, maybe just use one hand, and down, up, and down, or if you're feeling really good, just do no hands. Just see where you're at, what level you're at, and push yourself. One last one. It's gonna be a little bit tricky. What I'm gonna have you do is you're gonna raise your right leg and your left hand. So we're gonna, again, put our backs against the wall, but not touching, okay? Right leg, left hand. And we're just gonna try to balance right here. If this is easy for you, then I'm gonna really challenge you, and this will get you. You're gonna close your eyes. Closing your eyes when you're trying to balance makes everything 100 times harder. So if you're feeling good and you're doing pretty good here, you're gonna close those eyes. You have the wall here to tap to help make sure that you're safe and not gonna get injured. So right leg, left hand up, eyes closed. And then you switch to the other side, again, keeping this hand against the wall just for, comfort reasons. Left leg up, right hand up, and then as soon as you feel good here, then you can close those eyes and balance. So those are a few exercises you can work on today with using nothing but the wall. And so try that and have a good week. Bye. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear May. Happy birthday to you.
But anyway, I just wanted to thank you for being my friends, and thank Brother Joe and the ladies in the kitchen and all of the volunteers that help. It just makes this such a wonderful place. When they have it closed, it's just dreary at my house because I live alone. And then when the seniors open, it's just like heaven. So thank you, thank you, thank you.
First of all, I'd like to thank each and every one of you over the years for being so loving and friendly to my mom. Like she says, the seniors are just the highlight of her life. And she just can't wait. I go over every night. We walk a half a mile. And if it's Seniors Day tomorrow, it's a special day. So thank you again for all your love and friendship and over the years. I'd also like to thank everyone who had anything to do with all of this. It means so much. It's pretty awesome to turn 100. She said a million times, oh, I'm never going to make it to 100. Well, she did, plus 3 days. So. I'd just like to say how much I love my mom. I'm honored that I still have her at 100 years old. And here's to another 100, Mom. I love you.
Happy birthday to you.
Thank you very much.
That's awesome.
This is my cousin.
Yeah.
This is my cousin, yeah. I'm only 98.
Yeah, well, I beat you.
You'll catch up. You'll catch up. Don't worry. Yeah.
Happy birthday.
My wife's gotten kind of sick from COVID, sick of having me home this much.
My wife and I got our second COVID shots, and everything went well. She only needed 2, but believe it or not, they told me I needed 4 COVID shots because I've got a split personality. You know, the young man was absolutely determined to win the heart of the woman he wanted to marry. So he began a campaign that he was sure to win her love. Every day for a month, he would send a gift as a small token of his love. After the last gift, the young lady had indeed fallen in love with the UPS delivery man.
Driving 6 white horses.
I was flying into the islands over there, Hawaii, and the fellow next to me and I were talking about whether or not you say it Hawaii or Hawaii. And so we said, let's ask the first person we meet when we get off the plane, because he will have, or she will have been there and will know how to pronounce the name of that state. So when we got off the plane, we saw a fellow over there a couple feet away, and he went over there and we said, "Sir, how do you say the name of this state?" And he looked at us and he said, "Hawaii." And we said, "Oh, well, thank you." And he said, "You're welcome."
Many of you heard of times, you know, when you're allowed to take remember your family to work with you. Well, I did that one time at a company I know of. Where a guy was, everybody was invited to take their child to work. So this fellow, he took his son to work, and he was so happy to have him there. After a while, the son got really disturbed. He was so upset he started to cry, and all of his co-workers, all of his dad's co-workers gathered around him trying to figure out what the problem was. And his dad asked him, "What's wrong, son?" He said, "Where are all those clowns you said worked with you?" Revolution?
To lose 10 pounds. And I'm really proud to say I've only got 15 to go. You know, Kathy, you remember Kathy, she was a very honest 6-year-old girl. And she came home from school one day and she very excitedly told her mother about her day. "We made Valentine's today. And Jimmy Brown kissed me on the playground." "What?" her mother grasped. "Jimmy kissed you? How did that happen?" "It wasn't easy," Kathy said. "Emily, Julie, and Christy had to help me catch him."